If you don't observe what's going on around you, it's going to be very damaging.
99% of employees say it's important to have a boss that is self-aware. And I thought that was super interesting because I was wondering who the 0.1% was that didn't think it was important to have a boss that's self-aware. Why is self-awareness so important and why is it part of the framework?
If I'm interacting with my employees and I don't realize the impact that I'm having on them and that my communication isn't getting through like I'd like it to be, they're not going to be able to perform at the level that I want them to. And they're not going to be able to perform at the level that they can get to because I don't realize the impact I'm having on them. I have a client that says, this person said this or that person said that, and it pisses me off. He consistently says the words, it pisses me off. And I confronted him the other day. I said, hey, you got to consider what those words mean to other people and the impact that they're going to have. And so if we're not aware of our communication, then that makes a big impact on people in a negative way. If we're not aware of the way we project ourselves with our body language, with our tone of voice, that's going to make a big impact. If we're not aware of our own expectations of other people and whether those are fair or not fair, we may put on someone this expectation that's unrealistic, or we may put on someone this expectation that is too low. And if we're not aware of what we're doing in that, it's going to hinder our leadership, and obviously it's going to hinder them as well.
You're right. I think about the whole notion of people not being self-aware, how they're showing up and how that might negatively impact or not allow people to flourish in whatever their unique gifts are. Awareness of the leader of how they're showing up. We tell people, take chances, take risks, foster innovation, all of these things, except when it doesn't work out, and then I'm going to kick the crap out of you. I just find that to be really interesting because that's not the behavior that we want. And yet, as a leader, that's the behavior that we end up fostering, which is oppressing that development and that risk-taking that all great companies should be doing. It should be tactical, it should be calculated, but risk-taking should be a part of it. And it's a place that I find where leaders who are not self-aware really miss the mark in unlocking that potential for their people.
Part of that lack of self-awareness is a lack of observation. A lot of people that aren't that self-aware don't observe what's going on around them, not only observing themselves, but just paying attention to what's going on around them, the marketplace, the impact that they're having on people, the impact people are having on them. If you don't observe what's going on around you, then it's going to be very damaging.